What is good, YouTube? I'm back. Name is Dices. It's been gone for like a month. That's because YouTube they turned off my monetization. They had new requirements, and my channel did not meet it. But I was working. I kept putting out videos until it did meet the requirements, and it has. YouTube said it was gonna turn it back on, and like at the end of April, but still haven't did it. So now they're saying they're gonna do it at the end of June. So hoping for that. But in the meantime, I was trying to wait until it got turned back on. But you guys have been asking me about the vocal chain for this song, my new song Right Side. So we'll go ahead and do this for y'all for the one time. Make sure you subscribe though. All right, I'm kind of mad because I just did this. I just did it like 5 minutes ago, but it didn't record the audio. So I'm gonna have to fly through this now. You already know this compressor, but I have it on a light setting. Usually I would have the ratio on wait, hold on. What am I doing? I didn't even let y'all hear the song yet. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all hear the song for those of y'all who didn't hear it.
Dices on the beat.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
Oh, I muted that. There we go.
Dices on the beat.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side. We come alive in the nighttime, get out of line that we might slide. Put your phones in the air, this is West Side, bro, you should've known we'll be here. I put my city on every year, and I'm real, so you know the Dices, okay. Damn, cause the scene not can mean it's a blackout. You should play your role, don't you act out, stay in the background. I'm in the game too deep just to back out, and the way I hit her last week made her tap out. Gang to the side, I've been with them since I'm young and ain't changed, never lied. Y'all niggas really let fame make your pride. Cut my grass a little lower, same snakes tryna hide. These phonies smile up in my face, I ain't surprised. Sometimes my life feel like a race that I can drive. Me and my dog got dreams to chase it just a stride. And before I get up and out this place, I'm gon' get mine.
Alright, so that's the song. You get the gist. I recently started to just have my vocals and beat in the same project, because I feel like when you're making your beat and then you export it and you throw it into your project with your vocals and export it again and wave and then throw it back in and then master it, that's your beat is going through three bounces. So it's like it's about to get degraded. So why not just export it one time and then have it at its best quality the first time? So yeah, that's my reasoning for that. All right, but back to this. Light compressor. Usually I would go -8 on the compressor, but now it's -10. It kind of pulls up when the further you go down with this, the louder it gets. So yeah, I'm gonna turn off all the effects so you guys can hear it. What it sound like?
Got the shorties on the left side,
And the reverb won't shut up, so we're gonna just mute that.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
Alright, so damn, stop. Mute. We're gonna keep the limiter on because you guys know that it just stops it from clipping. Alright. This is off.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side. We come alive in the nighttime,
Off.
get out of line that we might slide.
On. Alright. Next I put this is the EQ where I cut frequencies that the compressors brung up. Compressors bring up frequencies and you gotta cut them with the EQs right after. So damn, where am I gonna put this? Alright. This is the cut. This is the sweetener. I was bringing up frequencies, so I got a lot of bad frequencies in the 2K range and the 500. Just this area, 500 to 2K, is all bad areas. So I'm gonna turn them both on. You're gonna see the difference.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side. We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide.
Right here, off.
Put your phones in the air, this is West Side, bro. You should've known we'll be here. I put my city
Off.
on every year, and I'm real, so you know the phony's prone to appear. Damn. Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
All right, hopefully you heard that. It brought up some of the low end, cause when I do these cuts, my first subtractive EQ, I cut like a lot. I'm in the 100 range right now, so I had to compensate for that and bring up some of the lows, and plus since I'm rapping like deeper than I usually would, bring up some of the lows. All right, next is the gate. Gate is just gonna get rid of all that background spill that you hear in there,
Got my mans on the right side,
all of that. So throw this right on.
got my mans on the right side.
Gone.
We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide.
It even like brung some out of the vocals, so it kind of tightened it up and made it sound like you're in an actual studio. Okay, this is what the gate looks like if you guys want to know. So, de-esser, because when I'm saying side, the sibilance peaks out. We're gonna take it off.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
You know. Okay.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
All right, you're gonna take it off.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
Yeah, it's just subtle. It's not like demolishing it. Whenever there's an F sound, it's like you can't even hear the word, but it just takes it down a little. All right, next, Sausage Fastener. It's like a saturation plugin. You can find these. There's so many free saturation plugins. You don't have to use this one. You don't have to use any of the effects. You just use them in these orders and tweak them to your voice, and you should come out with the same thing. It's all about the ear, not the gear. Remember that.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
All right, off.
We come alive in the nighttime.
On.
Get out of line, then we might slide.
Off.
Put your phones in the air, this is West
On.
Side, bro. You should've known we'll be here.
All right, so it just makes the voice a little bit grittier and it warms it up. Last but not least, it's like one of my favorite compressors right now. This is actually free. It's the G comp. So we're just gonna. This is off.
Got the shorties on the left side,
On.
got my mans on the right side. We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide.
Yeah, this compressor is like the audio version of an Instagram filter. It just like makes everything look better or sound better, because it's like it's gluing all these effects together. This is kind of like a sandwich audio chain, because think of the compressor like a bun. There's a bun right here, and there's a bottom bun, and it's just everything's glued now. And you got your limiter. All right. Now it still sounds harsh right now.
We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide.
It sounds dry, so I gotta add that reverb on there. It's gonna soften it up.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side.
And the reverb is not even like on a 1,000. It's just slightly on there. I like to add that here, to every vocal. It really puts them in like a stereo space. You don't have to overdo it, but just a tad bit works. Even on the Drake songs when it's not even a lot of melodic stuff. Like Look Alive, they had reverb on there. It wasn't even that type of song, but still.
We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide.
Alright, with my beat, I just put a little compressor on there just to glue it together. Alright, on the master, we got an imager. I'm bringing the lows to mono. I'm bringing the mids to mono just to tighten it up, because a lot of frequencies if you bring this, I will only bring this to stereo if I have a melodic R&B track or a classical movie score track. But I'm usually bringing this down to mono because there's a lot of frequencies that get bunched up in there. So this one, mid highs, I'm bringing up because it's a lot of high frequencies and they need to be spread. Some, the panty can do the job, but it doesn't hurt to. I think this like increases it, makes it like times two.
Got the shorties on the left side, got my mans on the right side. We come alive in the nighttime. Get out of line, then we might slide. Put your phones in the air, this is West Side.
See, what I think about this imagery is like my vocals are in mono, right? And the beat is a stereo thing, so the imagery is gonna spread the beat out. Is gonna spread this beat out left and right, and my vocals are still in mono, and they're gonna be left in the middle. That's what makes my voice pop out, and the beat is kind of like flowing around my vocals, kind of like, think of it like a rock in a river. The river flows around the rock. It doesn't like push over the rock type. I pulled some up on the highs too. I put an exciter on here. What this does is it's like that saturation plugin basically, but this one you can like focus on specific bands. Pull some up in the 808. I'll play that. There's a lot of low end rumble. Jesus. Don't sound like that in the car because I tested that. But yeah, saturated that. And it has a mixed knob, which is nice. Saturated the mids more than the highs because the highs already have a lot of energy. So we need to balance it. So I put some on the mids.
Cause the scene I can mean it's a blackout. You should play your role, don't you act out. See you in the background. I'm in the game too deep just to back out. And the way I hit a
you can tell that if you listen closely, it actually takes some energy out the 808. Like 808, it's bassier now. Watch.
Last week made a tap out. Gang, the game too deep just to back out. And the way I hit it last week made a tap out.
Yeah, these distortion plugins will take the bass out of your 808, so I usually put the bass enhancer after the distortion. So yeah, I didn't test the highs because the highs are already piercing enough. Put that on there.
Gang.
You gotta have your EQ. Took out the muddiness of the vocals that was in the mid areas. I brought up the vocals right here. I think this is, like I said, the 1K range is usually the worst part of my vocals, so I took that down. Brought up the highs, clarity. And this one is like a glue mix. Basically glued everything together. Imagine this as imagine this compressor as, say you have glue on one side of the paper and you have glue on the bottom half of the paper, and you push down with your top hand and you push up. That's what this compressor is doing with like all these, is pushing the volume down so they meet each other, and then pulls it all the way up so they blend with each other and mesh.
To the side, I've been with them since I'm young and ain't changed, never lied. Y'all niggas really let fame make your pride. Cut my grass a little lower, same snakes trying to hide.
Alright, and that's how you do it. Mix and master briefly in 14 minutes. Alright, so if you want this to listen to the whole song, it is on my page. Probably gonna leave a link in the description for it. It's on iTunes too. It should be by now. iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all of that. I am still doing a mix and mastering service, mixing things for 20, mastering for 10. So both at as 30. Doing cover arts. They look like this. This is the cover I did for that song. What else? I'm gonna try to keep posting on this. I am going to VidCon, so if you are, you can holler at me. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, SoundCloud at Dices. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'm out.